we're a symptom of a national problem, right? You know,
Yeah.
the overweight and obesity problem, the food systems problems are national problems. We're just a really bad case of something that's going on nationally. I think the other thing that maybe is unique here is we've done a really big job of selling that the American dream, the sort of what you came to work here for, involves bigger, faster, quicker, right? And we've kind of really, in a lot of ways, lied about the American dream if we look at the people who we think are the most successful in our country. You know, Mitt Romney and his family, aren't overweight. You know, if you look at the 1%, they're not overweight. They sleep well, they eat positive food, they tend to live in places with clean air. We haven't created a narrative that says that the American dream is about living well, and that things that get in the way of living well are things you are deservedly angry about.
And I actually, you know, want to say that
Yeah.
we're not going to bring up the Romneys,
Yeah.
but I also want to say
Sorry, I didn't mean the Romney
obesity.
thing, it just slipped out.
Obesity is not a poor people's issue.
Sure.
That's true.
Right? I mean, we don't have an obesity problem in the Central Valley or this country because there's a lot of poor people or there's a lot of undocumented. There's a lot of people who have means who are obese, right? So, or poor people are the only ones making bad choices.
Right.
Poor people aren't the only ones breathing bad air. You know, it's estimated in Fresno Unified, 1 in 2 children are carrying inhalers at Fresno Unified because they suffer some form of asthma. Those aren't just in the poor side of town. Those are also in the better side of town, right? And so I think that we have to also remember that this issue of, you know, is it just because of poverty issues? Is it just because of undocumented? Is not the case. It's a bigger problem. It's exasperated in poor neighborhoods
Sure.
Right.
because the big stores, the big grocery stores, you know, and I won't list them because then you'll have a whole other problem, don't want to be in those poor neighborhoods because they're afraid of safety, they're afraid of crime, they're afraid of theft.
Right.
And
They're
so
concerned
it
with profit margins.
and profits. It exasperates the problem because there is no access to be able to cook a meal. And when you're only making $8 an hour and you have 4 kids and a husband who's working night and day at $8 an hour, you try and provide something that is healthy, that can be cooked on a daily basis, that could be healthy for your family. Or do you make the choice of, I can go to the pizza place and buy a $10 pizza?